Kids, good morning and welcome back to another video from today, the Maldives. We're going to jump into the price of Bitcoin because there is a concerning thing happening. It is one of the scenarios, the unfortunate scenario that I discussed on the previous video. So we need to be careful here. There's also an issue with USDT, which you need to take action by December the 30th. So if you want to find out about those two topics, make sure to stick around until the end of this video. Destroy the like button, subscribe to become a crypto kid. And fun fact, I just got my first video that hit 100,000 views over on YouTube. You can see it after you finish this video using the top right hand banner. But with that said, let's jump straight into the Bitcoin price analysis.
Okay, guess what? Not in Maldives anymore, in Dubai. I tried to upload the video in the Maldives. However, the Wi-Fi was terrible, so I couldn't. And that's why we're back in Dubai. But regardless, the price of Bitcoin fell to $91.6 thousand today. And things are looking a little bit concerning. We broke down from the rising wedge. We spoke about it on the previous video, saying that there is a likely scenario with these rising wedges where on specifically the daily time frame, right? This rising wedge was very prominent on. You can see a break towards the upside, fake everybody out, drop down, retest, and come back down again. That was the scenario we spoke about. Which was the bearish case scenario. And at this point, at this current price level, I'm actually massively into stablecoins. Of course, I have my HODL Bitcoin as always, which I will never sell. But in terms of my trading account, I am majorly into stablecoins, specifically USDC for now, because today MiCA is getting announced. Or in fact, MiCA regulation for many exchanges in Europe, specifically Bybit, is getting announced. And they're delisting all USDT pairs. And if you're looking for a place to now, if you're in Europe, to be trading with USDT pairs, you can go to the description of this video and you will find links to WeX and Coinflare, both of which you can use to trade USDT. WeX specifically allows you to trade regardless of wherever you are in the world. So links are down below. But with that said, I am in stablecoins because of the following. You do have, number one, the rising wedge breakdown. Number two, it's very tough to see. I will get rid of the rising wedge, but you do have some sort of a formation of a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so there is a head and shoulders pattern forming on the daily. And the target for this below the neckline will be at 79.3K. You can even stretch to 77, which is where the CME gap is. Now, the chances of this happening are unfortunately there. And when I say there, it is over 50%. Okay? I would love for Bitcoin to bounce from this line of support, which is a very important support level. If you want to dollar cost average into your Bitcoin spot holdings, 92.5 is fantastic. I really selfishly want Bitcoin to do this. Like genuinely, selfishly, I want Bitcoin to bounce from support and continue going up. But the reality of the scenario is if you go to the Bitcoin cycles comparison, every single January and December of the halving years, you tend to see a correction. So look, you go to, this should be orange, so that's 2021. You see a correction from $39,000 down to $32,000, which is like a 30-ish% correction. Then you go to March of 2017. From 1.2, you fall down all the way to $960, again, like another 30%-ish correction. And now if you go to the price action, you've only fallen like 15% from $108,000. I know it's much more scarier to go from 108 down to 92 because the dollar, the nominal value is greater. But the percentage value isn't really that much. So if you go from 108 down to the lowest point, which was printed today at 91.7, that is only a 15% correction. So if you look at a 30% correction, that would take Bitcoin down to $75,000. And in fact, that would still keep the bull market intact because that would be a higher low. So the chance of this happening is there. And if it does happen, you shouldn't be scared, regardless of how all of the market immediately will exit crypto if it happens. You shouldn't be scared because it would be tremendously normal. Am I taking any positions for this? Am I shorting Bitcoin? Absolutely not. What I've done is I've put a bunch of limit orders right now from 92.5 all the way down to $71,500. That is what I've done. I'm only accumulating Bitcoin for the scenario that this happens, because there's also a very high chance that it doesn't happen. And if you go to the Bitcoin monthly price performance, and we find it on CoinGlass, you can see that in historical halving year returns, if you get a bearish December, then you tend to have a bullish January. So going back to 2016, you can see that you got a bullish December. So that would be bullish December and then negative January in 2017. In 2020, you got a bullish December and in fact a bullish January as well. That is a one-off situation. But usually what you tend to see is if you look at September, October, November as well as bullish months, if you get a bearish red December, then you tend to get a bullish January. If you get a bearish January, then you tend to get a bullish December. And in this situation, we're down 4.5%. With Trump's inauguration, so him going into office on the 20th of January, I do not see how Bitcoin does not pump. I don't see a world where Bitcoin doesn't pump after Trump goes into office. It is very complicated for Bitcoin to not pump after Trump goes into office because we pumped 35% after he was elected president. So when he does actually become president and when Chair Gensler goes and we have pro-crypto policy and regulation and a potential Bitcoin strategic reserve, and also in the cycle where you have another 50% of the rally left, I don't see how January is going to be a bearish month. So I want to give you one message. Don't let this dump trap you. Don't let it trap you. Would I be looking for long positions? No, at least not until this micro trend is flipped back into the bullish trend, right? I wouldn't be looking for long positions until then. But would I be buying this dip? Hell yeah. Would I be buying the $75,000 dip? Hell yeah. Because these are great opportunities, even for altcoins. Okay, even for altcoins. If you go to Crypto Bubbles, cryptobubbles.net it was, if I'm not wrong, cryptobubbles.net, you can see that on the year, okay, so a very happy new year, by the way, if I don't make a video tomorrow, wishing everyone, all the crypto kids watching, a very wonderful, happy new year, filled with success, happiness, and of course, prosperity, and Bitcoin going to much, much more higher all-time highs. So if you go to the yearly returns for altcoins, you can see that, yes, you do have the anomalies of BGB and Dog with Hat and a lot of the meme coins like Pepe, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu. But when you look at the most of the altcoins, that the normal altcoins, if you want to call them, Optimism, IMX, you can go to Injective, Quant, TIA. They're all down. ICP, they're all down like 30, 40, 50%, even 60%. AVAX down 10%. That's phenomenal. And even the ones like ENS up 230%. You can look at Arweave up 59%, FTM up 54%. I know it may sound a lot to you if you're not in the crypto space, but if you haven't experienced an altcoin season, I know it may sound bizarre. But for those of you that have been here in the previous bull market cycle, you know that a 54% gain on an altcoin in 1 year is nothing. And what I'm trying to tell you is, even though some of these altcoins have went up 50%, 100%, even 200%, it is still a fantastic opportunity to buy them because they're going to go up 300, 400, 500, 600, 700% in the next 365 days. So the time now is to accumulate these altcoins, buy up Bitcoin, buy up the dip, and in exactly 1 year, I promise you, you're going to thank me. In 1 year, you're going to thank me if you buy into Bitcoin and dollar cost average into altcoins. And look, if this is your first bull market cycle, this is what you look like. But people like Da Vinci, all the OGs, they're sleeping on the roller coaster. They don't care. They know that this thing is going to go up eventually. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Michael Saylor, the legend, he bought $400 million more worth of Bitcoin. And I was looking for last minute hotels in Miami because he does have a New Year /100K Bitcoin party happening in literally like 36 hours time. and I'm in Dubai, and Miami to Dubai is a 16-hour flight. So I am looking for like last minute hotels and flights to go to Miami potentially to celebrate New Year's with Michael Saylor. But let's see if it happens. Let's see if I'm going to be willing to fly 16 and a half hours. The chances are unlikely, but I will definitely be going to Las Vegas for the Bitcoin conference in 2025. So guys and girls, have a fantastic day. As always, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.